Now we're taking a look at the Chaos F and 0 Point going down. The deal, no right of reason. Sometimes they take off a big fight.
With Rio.
They simply cannot chew. But it looks like it does work out. They just
Yeah, he's also doing a stream.
Reason Video, no Riley picking fights left and right, but this may be a troublesome spot considering that there's a lot of trios in this situation. Fluja Hellfire going down. This warrior who has been always trying to hold on, trying to keep this trio steady, the veteran, doing all he can against this dangerous trio. Wolves might be converted over into, and Warrior now is just going to go away because there's still a lot to play. If you're not in the top 5, at least top 10 opportunities. Warriors trio's in 19th place. They can make some movement. If they break into the top 15 for them, that's going to be big money increase as well.
Did you see my new YouTube name?
Yeah, Gaming with Under Jelly.
A little bit with those two elims. That trio's kind of like a spike.
Wait, show party Royale stream better. I'm gonna press on that.
Right? Doesn't that look refreshing to go into? It looks so fun. I know that it's heating up here in the States, and that's that. I mean, that's refreshing to hang out in.
Oh, you can focus.
More time alive than any other player in the EU region. This shows you, like I said, in game he has that solo clutch opportunities. He did it last season, winning a couple.
Only after this, I got another video like this. I got CGD.
Oh, really?
Now they're 47 above.
Rio,
so
crouch.
That little delay, that spot retreat, kind of slowed them down
Rio,
just a little
crouch.
bit.
Okay, good. Now my stream has the full view of the screen. Oh, look at the map! Oh, those 3 trios next to Storm. There's 2 different trios. Oh, they might die to a storm.
That's gonna wear him out. The stamina just be up, that intensity to be up. You know,
Game 10 of 12. Oh, it's blurry.
20 plus.
Oh, it's blurry. Oh, it's blurry.
All the way down to the final zone. But now we're going, you mentioned Wise.
Okay.
AKA Chapek is here, all Wise, being an essential member of that trio, looking pretty good as they're making rotations. Now we're going to another situation of another trio.
3 Travis Scotts.
In third place. Matzo, Benji, Amplify have not had a signature game yet in this day, but still in the top 5. This is going to be a huge box fight, because if they go down, I think they're going to have Angelix trio, no doubt, be able to leapfrog them.
I'm scared to watch this.
Close your eyes.
My heart one too many times. I want to. This is one time I don't want to watch Benji on my stream. This is too scary. Every game these guys are rotating, they get troublesome or just in some form of situation where they can't control it. They get shot down, and then Benji goes down.
Rio,
Goes down. They're so cool to watch.
can you imagine being one of them right now?
And the reason why they're here, this is the rotation, this is their Storm Surge plan, coming into Hunter's Haven, and of course Kenzel coming from Coral Castle. This is where they end up at the edge of zone, so that's why they're colliding. Kenzel's needing these Storm Surge tags to get into that fight.
Well, looks like the purple trio's on the Storm.
In general, game 1 pushed down by Reason. The most recent game, they let that Coral Castle that's the top left.
What game are they in?
All the way over to the mountain on the bottom.
They are
right,
in. I don't know what game they're in.
Right now, Anas, Thomas, and Flick, we're talking about 43 above. This is 32 below. Right? Not only just in
what was that?
but in body temperature. These guys are kind of ice cold for the moment, not active, not finding any shots, not really living in the heat. Unfortunate, but a team beside them they can push.
And that team is Analyx's trio, and Analyx's trio is rotating early. They want no business as the Nox's trio on the backside. If they can turn around and maybe get a crucial hit, Thomas's trio will go down. But we all know Thomas AC has been able to survive and scale his team with a clutch sniper shot to get that valuable Storm Surge tag. Let's go back into this engagement here of Amplify, Matzo, Benji, going up against Kenzel trio. Dreaming champions going against Matzo, Benji, and Amplify.
I'll pick up the crop.
3 players, 4 players, 1 word, that's ruin. No shields on Benji or Matzo. I mean, he's got a blue pistol in the inventory in an open slot. Amplify down bad right now, but they can bring it back. This is the result of this entire fight. The mats are low too. If they invested metal this early into the game, I know we kind of tuned in later, but that's not usually what this trio wants to do. It's always a speed bump for their highway kind of type game. They want to just glide all the way over towards the end game untouched, unscathed. And I mentioned, they weren't making any end games before. I was talking as a full trio. They're obviously very consistent today. That's why they're still in the top 5. But they really perform when all 3 are alive in those final zones.
It looks like Kinzel's not going
You throwing a tomato at me?
Kinzel's a great solo player, like I mentioned.
He's throwing a tomato at me.
So it's going to be a duo of Deceptos and Winky to get the job done. But Benji, Amplify and Macho, all eyes of the EU region are watching this rotation as Benji.
Maybe it's you doing it then.
It looks like, oh my goodness, Macho going for that Hail Maker. That downtown play gets rejected by Mexi. And that's going to be big considering, like I mentioned, they're sitting in 3rd place. And the Storm Surge plan did not work out for them. They went up. They had a box fight with Kinzel, exhausted their materials. They had to rotate late going further and went right into the arms of Barrel's trio.
There's 3 different snipers active for this team as well. The Guild Gamma combination. Well, it might not just be
I'm in, Ollie, look at me, Ollie, I'm in it.
For these guys,
Oh,
it's a bad game overall because not finding the surge tags, not landing the snipes currently.
Ollie, follow me. This is a good view for our reports.
Islands, rivers, mountains.
Video. The zip line.
Oh, yeah.
Towards the islands. Now kind of 3 different positions playing.
And you can still focus and move.
We'll be kind of isolated on the island as well. The next zone is what I'm talking about. We'll rebound all the way back to the different side where a team has control. We'll go towards Misty Meadows, where Badil, Royale, and Reason are. Jury right beside them. They got in a fight previously in the last game. A possible temptation for revenge on the other trio. But how do you know if it's Reason, Badil, and Noah Riley on your box, on your wall? Maybe it's because they turn around and fight you. They're actually going to skip straight over and go for position.
Now we're seeing the leaderboard. Look at that. It's 20 points still separating Badil and Janice's trio right now. Badil playing right into that game plan that they have here, pushing a box fight. They already got a box fight against this trio today. I saw in the feed Deceptos and Wakey are still alive. They're still alive, getting a couple Elans in the feed. So that run is still going. Look at that. The reputation. Just get out.
Hello. I am.
I'd like to just take this time to give you a breakdown of exactly where we are in this tournament. Right now, maybe we can crayons or mechanical things that are erasable. You know, in terms of performance, game to game over the 2 games. On this last half of games, everything these guys do will be written with permanent marker for this final push in the finals. You will not be able to you can't stamp down your spot in the top 5 off of this game. Inside this tournament. So
this is the fun now.
Anas, Thomas, and Flick are riding off the page right now, though. 155 damage below. I'm not sure if they have the credentials to be able to sign off on this game. That gas canister might give them a slight in to make a few shots over. But that's Ardent, Pizza, and Artox. These guys are so good.
Ollie, look at me, Ollie. I'm playing the music. I'm playing what they're speaking, so I can hear.
Chapix and Janice here. This is what happens to the trios. Chapix now is down to Janice and Hen to work this out. When they don't really function as a duo in the situations, you will see them kind of separate here.
I really appreciate it if you guys subscribe.
I just want to know who is your 2 viewers.
You know, they operate as a duo in the second circle. If my eyes don't deceive me, the numbers is 4 right now. It's about to change to 5.
Including me.
You guys probably want to watch the event, not me sitting around. Let's watch the event with Ollie. I watch this event. Alright, I'm watching the event on my phone. It's very boring on my phone. Hey, now I can hear what they're saying. It's in my
ear. In a desperate spot. Swordbird stops. So it's just one tag. Look at Austin Thomas. No, there's a team below them. It's possibly weak.
And they have a close to max goal here, and they still have work to do.
Ollie, it's snowing. How is it snowing?
Yes, because they survived.
I can see a flying duck.
This match, they still have to get their tags in. With a great rotation here, deciding to go on foot. Everybody, Knifer kind of invested in height here. Did not work out, so now they're moving. Now that Knifer got a taste of height, they've been putting all their kind of marbles in that bag, and so far, all those marbles are on the floor. The plan has been thrown out the window.
So Knifer makes the move all the way back into the top 15 to give you a scope as how these rotations are going as well. Why this is important.
Mandalorian, yeah.
Down, no Ferox, no Miro, no Maxo. Flick and Thomas HD have a chance to just break into the top 3 here. It's all there now in this game for them.
Stop.
Next squeeze. These guys have a chance to break into top 5, currently in 7th place.
Phantom 734
standing in their way. That's the Guild Gamut trio. So many people now not even risking for a high spot. In these waters, they're keeping it low to the ground. They're gonna just ride these waves. There's a rocket in the way, a torpedo of sorts, stopping the boat rotation. And will be right beside Janice.
I am somewhere on your stream and I have commented on it.
On their roof. Do they have the foundation? Can they survive? They're teetering, tottering. Janice is down. Hen will be the last alive here. It's almost over for him too. The first place team might be stopped in their tracks.
Hen now has to survive as much as possible to hold on. No! DKS picks up Hen. That first place team got lobby focused. They saw the wood builds go out, and everybody knows that's a huge target here. Now that's going to be a big opportunity for Verdeel to catch up, but a bigger opportunity for a Gnosis trio to get up closer here. But look at the rotation they have to make. It's another max full rotation. Zone 6 is going up north towards the mountains, and look who is at high for that brief moment on the left of your screen. It is Stompy's trio, and they're up high with an RPG. They're going to go ahead and most likely, looks like it's actually going to connect and charge over. That's going to be big, and a lot of maps are going to be expected to anyone deciding to make this rotation on the water.
No.
Complete water rotation. The zone doesn't bounce back. Low ground will run out of gas. Snipers there all the way down below. There are 2 big trios to watch this game. Pink, was he sniped off of height? Was that a big shot or not? Yes, he did take some damage, but he's not down completely. Or maybe, yes, he did get knocked by Thomas HD. Wow! One of the best shots I've ever seen on the height. And Flick is moving up towards it. Anas is also trying to take it over. Eats the rocket, but defends it perfectly. Anas is close to taking it. Flick is still pushing for it more and more. Running out of match, though. He's so close to out of steam.
Oh my goodness, and now we have a top team at height, the second place team going to this match. It is Verdeel's trio who is sitting out there. Trulix's trio went down, and that's a huge opportunity for Verdeel, Reese, and O'Reilly. And they could get another victory out in this day here. But let's focus on Flick on the bottom right, who is fighting now with Thomas HG, trying to make all the promise in the world to get up their leaderboard here as much as possible. Storm Surge is active, but it will be turned off shortly as only 2 people have to go down. Let's see if Reese and Verdeel and O'Reilly, they could catch up, because first place did go down on earlier rotations.
I will destroy the TV.
Squeezes also all the way to the front side of the zone. Focused by O'Reilly for now. They don't have anything big to actually break that box. All the way up top. No one ahead of them right now. Hen, Janice, and Tapix once again have been eliminated here right now. Flick is down. So the 4th place team is stopped in their tracks too. Can O'Reilly really take this with Verdeel and Reason? A harpoon to keep their refreshes all the way up top. The match are going to be looking good. The ammo looking good too. And the low ground pulling up some elevation, which is huge for this team. Big shots on the Patty. He's about to go down. Just 1 Elam on O'Reilly right now. 2 on Verdeel. They need to get more.
They need this right here, but also Analytics Trio needs that as well. They're on the front side coming into this match with the 7th place finish. If they can go ahead and move up the leaderboard as much as possible, this will be a huge opportunity to get to the top 5 and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You're throwing tomatoes at it.
Backside looking for some E-limbs as possible. Analytics is on the front side trying to target this trio through a beautiful tunnel to get as many E-limbs as possible. Pablo Wingo now is on the backside in trouble. Tito in the top 10 is in trouble as well. Getting focus from high. He's going to have to retreat. Look at the feet light up with all the people from the backside of the storm. But that is gives O'Reilly, Verdeel, Reason all the opportunities to walk away
team
with the
of
victory
Travis Scott.
Now we're left with a 3v3. Says the Analytics next squeeze down below. Reason, O'Reilly, Verdeel all the way up top. They're looking for the big decisions to go and shoot down. Pressure on top of the box. All the trio in the mid-ground. Not going to be possible. Once again, 2 final teams really surviving it over. Game circle tonight. Zone looking at how they're going to go back and forth. Big shots over. Analytics is a big shot. He's down. Stacey, he gets his shield deleted. X-Squeeze. He's looking for a chance to actually clap back, but it's not possible. No sight left to actually zoom in from. Stacey's pushing down.
The sword.
There's no chance. O'Reilly's trying to follow through.
The storm is taking them over.
He finds the finish onto O'Reilly. He has that siphon too. But not a box of Reason. He wins 2. Deal down to 1v2. Is it possible? They're bringing it back. They can get the first place. Stacey on low. He provides the pressure. Next squeeze on top. He provides the pinch. It's going to be possible to deal force all the way in the backside of the zone.
He will win, Ollie.
It's looking good here for
I'll destroy this beacon.
Oh no, go.
Tomorrow this will go in the
20
slide.
seconds still left in the zone. Stacey's there still
It'll break the
surviving. Not
speaker.
sure where X-Fuse is. It's a huge divide from high to low. They're trying to focus and stop the deal. They're going for
Well,
it.
it's not back to
Squeeze.
this.
It's going to be taken out by the deal. Can he get the siphon? He
I
can. Almost 1 second. No. And the deal
Ooh.
can't win it out. Snazy is there with a crazy 2v3.
That's
Good 10 elims and the victory royale, and Stacey had chug splashes for insurance. There was no way he was going to lose that. Wow, what a great effort and some great fundamental low ground gameplay from Alex's Trio, getting to the front side, but the big play was Snazy and X-Sweeze going to the backside, getting a lot of elims, and then as they do it, doing so much damage to Vidil's Trio. What a great finish between two titans.
Squeezed with the 2v1
me and my buddy are just trying to
isolating two
enjoy
fights.
this
It was
place.
amazing. And then pinching, that was amazing. And then Stacey winning, that was more than amazing.
Oh yeah,
I
it'll
feel
be longer. It was like
it's probably rallying up too. Guys, that was the best game possible.
It like took like 9 of them, mate.
Guys, this was second place
Stop.
versus 7, okay? The
First
team,
to
no
7.
reason. They're coming in, they're thinking, alright, we want to overtake first. If we can just pick up this victory royale, we can secure that, we can just close this gap. But no, it's Stacey, it's X-Fuse, it's Alex. They say, you know what? Chug splashes is there, man. Over there. Go over the storm. Don't worry. We're gonna lock this up, because this is the FNTS, baby. We want that axe, and we're not leaving without it.
I can guarantee that after that game, the leaderboards are totally shaken up.
come on, I want to see the actual game. I don't care about you talking. I want to see the real game.
Just getting a single person point for his team used to be only able to
No, I don't think it
So I'm just
stops.
going to get the results up there that first
Oi,
one.
look at me, all I've changed the skin.
You get off my focus screen, please.
After that massive victory royale with 10
Get off my focus.
like that might jump them up to a second place.
Get off my focus.
Right now, all you're focusing is my butt.
I lost my viewer because of you.
First place now. Like, you know, it's crazy to talk about teams and to be consistent. Teams having a bad day one, coming day two, say, look, day one was just a mistake. That's not who I am.
Come on.
This is who they are. They are one of the best players in EU, and they just showed it right there.
They could very well be the bosses. My anime reference at the beginning of the show, coming from the shadows and saying, we are the secret villains. We are the ones that stand in your way. And they very well could take it all away. To the top of the mountain, holding the Axe Champions high. Boys, when we're kind of
Oh, here we
talking
go.
about this, there's these
Here we
5
go.
seconds.
Okay.
What do these guys need to do?
Ooh,
They're
yes.
gonna die storm.
So
Oh no.
they was second,
No.
they was third down to 50.
They
What
gone.
these leaderboards are looking like now.
Michael. Ooh. Verox. Oh. Ooh. They're playing some box fights.
But, you know, after that,
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, this is going nice for the
You guys do be playing better than AJ and maybe or yeah.
this replay though.
The UK right there, repping that side of the region, and so it is possible, right?
And then he does that. Oh, okay.
Gamma.
Oh, that was nice. Okay, 100, not too bad. Gamma Thomas has got 100. That's very good. Yeah, Benji Fishy.
But isn't Benji Fishy for the fishy guy?
Maybe. Oh, here we go. Okay, he has got 2 kills. Oh, he's got 5 kills. Oh, yes. Victory royales, okay? They have 2, they've had... Oh!
what's interesting about this is the fact that we have 2 games.
Okay.
This is still so tight.
Ooh, alright. In first place we got Wave Vadio and BL and Noah Riel and Reason A. They have 2 victory rounds, 63. This is nice.
They're really performing on almost every front, but we can also see the flip and that's from the stage you mentioned, where they're now coming into today, top stage team on this team had 19 eliminations. He has the most
19 eliminations.
But they're just not able to capitalize on placements and get into those top 3. This is where it matters.
Okay.
10th
place. Oh no victory rounds. Oh no. Oh my. They tried. They tried. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got 15. No, I like this view. I like this one.
Ollie, look at me, Ollie. Look at me. Behind you.
Okay, 20th.
Ollie,
No
behind you.
victories.
I can get back on it though. Ollie, use this thingy, Ollie. Use that. Bounce the third. That's third. I missed it again. Oh.
Only 2 games
Ollie, look behind you and up.
Oh, 2 games left.
But we're not going to skip
Ollie,
the
look
game.
behind you and up.
Once again, go to the next game. Shy away from Sancho.
Look where I am.
Okay, here we go. 2 games left.
Ollie?
Yeah.
Look behind you and up.
I vibe with it.
No.
It works for me. It's Shia West. I would take if you're not into the whole brevity
I'm
thing,
watching this, mate.
But wow, the big name statements it's having from the big names in the
You can just quickly look back.
and we only have 2 more opportunities
I got 2 of us
before
on
an EU FNCS champion is crowned. Mongo
guy's angry down
this
there.
is where things were getting really tight for them in these games. This is where they were being contested. But the deal is in O'Reilly, they're just too scary to contest. There's not any kind of vault that the trio can kind of jump into.
Okay.
The fight takes it. You're going to have to do it with your own builds, with your aim and your skill and your mechanics. And I don't think anyone has the, I guess, they can't step up to the plate. They're not going to do it. And that can give a huge, big-time 2-game performance to the deal trio. But wow, still, a lot of big names in this fight. Andalix, X-Squeeze, Snazy, great fundamental play on the low ground, got them in, and still have an opportunity to have a 3-2 race at the end. But
This is rounds. I don't know what round this is, but they're. Ooh.
Ollie, come on, get in front stage, look.
Nah.
They could sneak into that top 3 as well.
I don't want to count them out.
There's 90. Ooh.
Feels like I'm actually in the game.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's position. They're running
But
to
my
another team that really wants to
head
fight. I know
is
that's
just-
what what happened last time with Gonzalo. It's just unfortunate for them overall from the journey from early to mid, and very specifically from mid-game to end-game. They need to perfect that. They've fallen from grace, second all the way to 5th place right now. 100% do I believe they can clap back. Speaking of clap, and this is exactly what Reason, O'Reilly, and the deal have been doing today, over and over again, pushing a different team and getting a full squad wipe.
It's still dangerous. This is so dangerous. Even though they've been winning these engagements up the entire day, this is still going to be a very intense fight. You see that a 0 on the board can make you slip, considering that Ken and Elix and Flick, they could pop off. This is still very dangerous indeed. We're about to watch.
Wait, Billy.
Right, the big downs, you have legends. Both these guys do not have that much HP. One attack from either of these guys, it could be over.
All right, here we go. This is an intense situation. Big tags on EDQ to start off this engagement. It's going to be a big, valuable. Wow. I was trying to build up some intensity, Mo. I was trying to build a story. I had everything ready to go.
But you know who we're dealing with? These guys are done taking normal fights. They're now pinpointed exactly who's weak on on the map. Where's the fight actually
Ooh, okay, this is looking good.
I mean, yesterday they had a battle of right? They showed up and they fought Benji, Matzo, Amplified. Nico came in from the backside and took out the Deal Trio. So that's what happened here. But like I said, they've been scary throughout the entire time, and the reputation precedes them. And now they're going to see a lot of legends here. And I've been in this situation before in a high-stakes tournament. When someone sees you by yourself, you are gone. You are going to be eliminated and sent to the lobby with the first-class ticket. And it's not fun when you're that person right away. I could just trust me. I know.
It's tough, man. I also think, like, for all these guys' keyboards in general, maybe it was like in between day 1 and day 2. I heard this legend that they all dropped their keyboards by accident off their desks. And then, you know, all those keys scattered. The only ones left were the ones in the deal's house.
I'm a game this for a second.
All W keys. All their keys. No
I've got
www. In the way they play. It's the way they're taking names. The way they're now just in first place overall. With a sizable lead going on the last 2 games. I mean, it's nuts.
It's literally W, whatever line they have to edit, and then the left click.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
Oh, we got quite a few people out of the circle.
It's a central zone.
Those guys that see me stacks. I think they might want to get moving quite soon. Get away from my focus, mate.
I really believe their storm surge strategy has been really affected by.
I think it's a great view, like when you do like an emote where like you crouch.
A lot of other trios that are tough to take out have been affecting Savage Trio. It looks like Thomas AC. He's getting Brucey involved, and we all know that, hey, RPG could drop out of this chart.
Not sure if it's part of their game plan, though, you know.
Oh, it is.
You have Thomas AC hitting
I do have another video like that.
They're slow.
You wanna do it?
Thomas is about moving fast, man. He's getting old.
They needed it.
They
needed it. I know.
Seriously.
In-game age, by the way. I know it's creeping up, but they really needed that. I mean, because that snipe put them like 400 when in those moving zones. Granted, a lot of people were kind of dropping like flies, but still they needed it. That's the big-time playmaker that Thomas AC needs. So let's go back. Let's kind of scale back. You talk about Benji breaking your heart. Has his opportunities. Hundreds of thousands of people watching him stream, cheering him on while they watch him get that game 2 victory. A fan favorite.
Like I'm
but what's it going to take for Benji, Amplify, and Matzo to move up their leaderboard? They were holding on that 3rd spot. Now they slipped down to 5th place.
They need a zone. They need to have like a triple zone situation. You know what I mean? They get zones right on them, and they can easily control the game. They get all the way towards the very top. They've only ever gone down on rotation. It's always on rotation, very close as well. Like
I accidentally exited the game.
There's a big bus that just comes right by and takes them out of the game 24/7. It's literally a game of meters for these guys. Every single time. It's just so tragic to watch.
Every rotation. You think max pool, short pool, dead center. When it comes to this high-stakes tournament, when it comes to the set lobbies, it's not going to be easy. Now, look at the power that the Deal, Reason, and O'Reilly have. Look, they push fights. They don't care. If they can have a pistol, they'll push a fight. That's where they're at right now. But now you're giving them those power weapons, and now they're going to go all in. The Deal must be
those guys are Storm. I think they should get moving.
Now a blue lever shotgun. So now look at that.
God, this is the ball I'm talking about.
Energy efficiency car, no doubt. I think that they have as well. They have almost equal.
Okay.
These cars run on gas.
Right.
The energy is high for Deal's Trio. They're on high octane rotations and movement. But here's what I'm talking about. Benji's Trio, they did this last game. This is them playing for tags. And Kinzel's Trio showed up here and slowed them down on their next rotation.
Right now, basically, we're living in the house of the top 5, and what everyone's trying to do is close and lock the doors for their position. The people with the door that is almost basically fully closed is the Deal, O'Reilly, and Reason.
Looks like Travis Scott's in the leaderboard.
Coming into this game, already have 2 Elans. Now they're bumped up all the way past the 250 threshold.
Let me tell you what's at stake here. First place, $300,000. Second place, $210,000.
That is picking up my gaming chair.
Third place, $135,000. Fourth, $120,000. Fifth place, $105,000. And if you drop out of that 5th place, that's $10,000, $15,000 that you lose.
What are you doing?
Down
Don't
below,
need to
6 to 7, another $15,000. So every placement going down from 5 to 10, you are losing $15,000. That's $5,000 a piece.
So every team all across the board is still fighting.
Didn't they say you can get like
I still want to keep talking about doors, man.
$1 million there?
When it comes to that first place team, right? They're so close to closing it. If it's Deal Reason and Noah Riley right now.
Didn't they say you can get like 1 mil?
No, 3.
I think that's just locked in.
3?
Okay?
Jeez! I wish I was in this, mate.
Catch up to them game after game. They'll have to have another phenomenal performance. And we see these guys alive in every single game. They're here right now in this game to lock that game.
Last season, we were talking about Andalex's trio run. They had that opportunity. The door was open from them for so many games because Mongoose rotation just could not close it like you're looking for Vendil's trio. They just could not close it, and it was just a mere matter of points that Mongoose rotation were able to win. So this door here is wide open considering that it's this close with 2 games. And these teams are looking healthy, Shio. There's no one really pushing them. There's no one really trying to stop them from doing what they're doing. So that's what you mean, man. So many trios have that opportunity to pop off here. We all know they have it. We all seen it. We've seen the qualifiers, the heats. And now they have to do it when it matters the most with only 2 games left.
You know what the weakness to most doors are, though? The door-to-door salesman. They'll come knocking. They'll put their foot in the door. And Stacey and Alex Squeeze, they definitely have things to sell. Other people's performances. They want to make sure that no one has a chance to go through. They've taken out trio after trio moving up the rankings. Even took out Deal, Noah Riley, and Reason in the last zone of that final game to have a seat at the top 3, to have more than even a foot in the door. So they have a chance to keep things completely open. They need to survive this game. Already have 1 Elam. It looks good for Snazy. 10 peppers as well. That is key in having some of the fastest speed you can at pushing rotations, at pushing height. It makes the difference, and it's so hard to find on the map. Caddy corner is such a big spot to land there because of that, right?
I'm gonna try this button because I'm not pressing like.
Just keep those doors open.
Now we see the Zone 2's revealed. This is going to be huge for Janice's trio alongside the Hidden Chapix. This zone, last time we saw they had the zone in the day, they were able to walk away with a victory royale. They are basically a mirror situation here. They go right to that same tree mountain. That's going to be a prime real estate for everyone to push in. But I think Hidden Chapix and Janice here, they're basically going to sit there and hold on to it.
Do you think if we competed in this, we will win?
Prime real estate as well of Colossal Coliseum coming into play. We always talk about people
I don't think we will.
Right here as Snazzy takes some hits here, making this rotation.
Ooh, another more than a hit.
That's a big one right there.
And then a kick. He's almost knocked out, but he's got his corner by his side. He'll have the minions and the chunks to use overall. It's going to be all good for...
And at least this time around, Storm Surge not a factor here for Analex's trio.
I'm not
They're
currently
currently 491 above, looking really good. That's why they were making this kind of dead side rotation. But again, the board here. Oh my goodness!
God, just watch this. Seriously, man, I'm trying to do something.
At stake here on this rotation.
It's kind
of walk down memory lane. General, I want to talk about how it looked like after 10 games. Analyx Thomas and Benji, and of course Benji was on a different team that time too. These guys were in the same position, inside the top 5, right? Like, this is very reminiscent of what we saw before. But remember, before we had power POIs, that doesn't exist as much anymore. It's more about the flavor of power you just want inside your team. For Thomas and Flink, it's about rotation.
This is getting intense.
For Snazy, Analyst, and Squeeze, it's about those peppers, that fast endgame you can play, and really pushing every possible pocket of a box of some space and having it for yourself. They have such a big base right now, big position on the right side, and even better rotation to make. You can talk about Benji as well a little bit, right? For him, it's about making these end games. No matter where it is, as long as that feels alive.
Yeah, I just watched the screen on the right. Don't mind me.
They haven't survived so far to get to that point. And go, the biggest new flavor in town now. I'm not sure what type of special name you could give to them. It might just be, you know, the full aggro. Maybe that's the flavor's name. Reason, Noah Riley, and The Deal. They come in not caring about what your preference is, what you want to eat. They will just shut you down, box after box, push after push. They're just walking in the open right now.
And no
formation, but uninterrupted.
That's right. I mean, we saw this last time with, I believe it was Head's trio, or they were kind of just free walking away. Actually, it was Thomas H.G's trio. We saw them in one of the finals, and the Heat's actually when they were really popping off. They were literally walking out in the open. There would be a team fully boxed up, watching them rotate and not engaging in them. That's how scary they were. Thomas H.G. in that Heat where they popped off with 2016 limbs. That same kind of respect is being played with the Deals trio. No one wants to engage with them because they know as soon as they hit them, they're going to be peed. But I really think the Deals trio is finding a way to slow down just a little bit. They have looked into a third-party situation against that in-room battle. They decided, no, let's go ahead and play for some placement here. If they could slow down just a little bit, kind of play it in-game, that means it's to solidify to what you said, closing the door on other teams trying to catch up to them.
Now everything's kind of setting in the stands. First time I'm watching these top trios not boxed up on top of each other, separate bases. Especially as a part of, being in the Coliseum, you'd assume some of these teams would have a spot all the way near that side, but not going to be there this time. A desert zone 2, you have to remember, map management is the key when you see sand. 100%, and we know. 100%, and we know some of these teams have the best of it in different styles, for reasons.
I hate this Mandalorian.
Other 50.
So annoying.
I got scared, dude. I'm taking pistol shots and not moving. But dude, you're crazy.
He's going in, he's making sure.
Oh, it's freezing. Oh. It just went black for me. The whole screen is black.
Well, it's still black for you now.
Yeah.
To work with.
Oh,
that river is not
I can hear voice. No, it's not black anymore.
But there's still a very dangerous rotation. But looks like Mr. J's trio, who have been having a very consistent day in day 1, not finding the same footing here in day 2.
Just a Mandalorian left.
It's always different on either day. The stakes are higher too. In day 1, we saw every single game was still stacked. 30 trios alive for a majority of the portion. But when that storm surge hit, we stayed at 70 all the way till half and half. Now that the competition's ending, people are getting desperate. They're playing E's, they're playing F's instead of B's and C's. They're sticking to.
Parties out there, I was watching him and I was hearing comms that sometimes they're like, yo, I never landed here before, I never rotated here before, I have no clue what I'm doing. That's what ends up happening here when you've exhausted every kind of plan or any kind of scrim idea, practice scrim that you've done before, and now you're just up against it, back against the wall. Some people's walls are completely gone.
And now Thomas and Flick want to rebuild those walls 100%. 4th place coming in to this next game right now. For the right reason, trying to make sure they stay in the lead. And Dennis and Chapich, they want to be here too. Right now, our top 10 teams are all alive for this game. And for Thomas and Austin Flick, they're way ahead of Surge, the thing that's held them back so far. They've cut the tape off and now are inside the crime scene, wanting to do more.
And keep an eye on 6 through 10. We're talking about Varex's trio, Miro's trio, Slender's trio, and Tammy's trio, and DKS's trio. $15,000 if they fall. I know there's still one more game left, but it's going to be huge if one of them does go down. And Vidil actually gets knocked by Varex.
Wow, so that is literally 50 trying to climb all the way back in, trying to get higher up in the rankings. Might just be a snipe though, because of how far these guys are. No, it's a box fight, right, side by side. But I don't see Varex anywhere, so might have been an overpeak. I have a deal.
I'm telling you, their game plan of taking box fights, sometimes it can backfire right now. I mean, we've seen so many aggressive players throughout the world. Sometimes zero question, their instinct gets them in trouble. Sometimes they overpeak, sometimes they put an edit that they're not supposed to do, and they get hit in the face really hard and knocks them down. So that's what happened to Vidil, one of the best box fighters in the world, one of the most aggressive fighters in the world, and now it's going to be up to No Rhyme or Reason, who are looking for redemption from last season. They have an opportunity here to kind of close that big door Let's keep that metaphor going. This door just got a little bit heavier, and there's a lot of things in that way. That door-to-door salesman just got bigger.
Absolutely, and right now, forget about salesmen. I'm looking at just pioneers, captains of the scene right now with Guild and Gamma, the trio, a Nos, Thomas, HD, Flick, high ground position. Talked about it. You give these guys one game. What was the number?
But I can still see the screen even on my grid.
26 elims and a second place finish.
That was they're trying to replicate that. We'll see if it's possible. 663 damage above as well. They have Benji, Matzo, and Amplify to fight on the other side of high ground as well.
This is going to be an all or nothing rotation here. Huge rotation here. Fifth zone showing up. Strong opportunities here. 5 elims so far. And take a look here. Sitting perched up top is Matzo's trio on the other side.
Look at that, everything all around, more people down all the way towards the bottom. Looks like Benji has the better base all the way towards the top side. Snazy's there all the way on low, right behind Ref's guard, and at the same time, Hen is below Benji. So if anyone slips for even a second at this moment,
things are happening.
Team Sunny and Cammy are also on the sight lines of Snazy. They're alive in this game. They were put on ice, Sancho, for this entire tournament run so far. Right now, they could defrost, come back, and have a say in the top 5.
And that's what it comes down to. It's going to come down to performance as much as possible here.
Good.
All these rotations, everyone has to stick together. And Alexis Trio had a great game in the previous one, being together, sticking to the fundamentals of FNCS Trio play.
We're looking at JC's He's the last person alive, also way back in the zone. It's the 6-1 rotating. He's trying to get something done, but it's absolutely not possible. Unfortunate. Still actually just staying alive towards the very side. Man, as a solo player, this is going to be very, very tough. Absolutely, and I'm so looking forward to seeing freezing over here, but it's very tricky in terms of him being able to survive. We'll hop around a few POVs and see exactly what's possible in this scenario. Still looking at a majority of these teams. It's getting crazy. Reason actually elevated a few players. Zone is starting to move. 41 different players alive. Top 17 replacements here. Reason can still find a way for his team to stay here if he survives in the #1 spot. He's getting bullied from down below. Don't slip down, my man. You gotta stay alive. You gotta stay up. Right above Savage and I drop 2. He's looking for a way forward. 50 damage above Surge. He's keeping the throne for himself and his team.
Now he's going into a other instinct mode of just fight and survive as much as possible. Close to out of mats. Now he's down to only just a soft mat. So he's going to be a big target here. He's going to have to switch layers. He's going to have to move. He's going to have to bounce to survive as much as possible. He is still getting placement as all the trios are going down. Thomas AC Amplify getting some big knocks in the beam. The wood build from behind, which is not as strong enough to handle the beams.
5 placement points for him to roll with in this game. Would that be the difference to keep them in first? And Chapix and Genis have an opportunity to push forward and claim that prize.
Snazy and Electronic Squeeze are still in this fight in third place now. We're going to have to keep an eye on where Padilla no rival. Reason's not been frozen in time. That is going to be something where he's locked in. Ken Trio is still on their feet here. Slow is Thomas HD. Look, Benji's right there getting triple beam here. RBG comes in and stops the triple beam. They got to go back to the defensive stance. And look at height. It is Thomas HD.
You guys want to watch this like just you look into one right now? And then you can watch it. So I'm going to go make another video. Okay, boy. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed, if you can log on to Fortnite right now and load up how you want to see the rest of it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. I'm going to go make another video about it. Bye-bye.
Any more points in this game? Arnett is also getting bullied. Flick has found an opening, and he finds a few shots. He lands them.
This is going to be big for Flick Thomas
my other video.
Right now. 10 elims and control
on the high ground.
Ken is down below with Janice here with Chapix, and they have a big fight for
me and you play, and me and you can record those stay in the coming millionaires.
And Janice and Chapix are fighting together. They're looking strong. They're usually down to 2. There's a trio that's still deadly, and they take
I saw PG do it.
That's another big pickup. Benji's also active in the feed, but now they're taking damage. And big chunk splashes keep him alive in the zone. What a pocket play right there.
But if you don't want to do one of those, then you don't do it now. Do it by myself.
No, fine, I'll do it with you. Okay.
But you need to end your video.
I'm gonna end my video here, guys. Well, stream. So.